What's going on, guys? Good vibes. Just got off of work. I am heading home. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about something that it just kind of hit me, actually. I was listening to, so I did a live this morning in my Facebook group, which, by the way, if you guys are not already part of the PRA Network, please join the group. Just search PRA Network in the group search bar. But I went live there and I was talking about momentum and Tuesdays and how I use momentum for tomorrow, talking about all that stuff. And Mr. Maurice came into the group and he gave us some really good insight and value as well about how he attacks every single day as sort of like a baby step to get to that 30-year goal or 10-year goal or 50-year goal or whatever your idea of success or your goal, your pinnacle of where you want to be is. But he said something that struck me and it sort of stuck. And one thing was, he said that he is able to know when he's not doing something that is working towards his goals, and he's able to actually be aware in those moments and flip it to where he needs to recenter and rethink and then sort of build the momentum again into what he was actually wanting to accomplish. And I think that that's really important, because I think that for a lot of us, for a lot of people, it's really easy to get caught up and not be aware and sort of get sidetracked and derailed. Because what often happens, I feel, is let's say you have a dream to be a musician, or let's say you have a dream to be the next singer, rapper, whatever it is, right? You have a music goal. Well, let's say, you are doing a bunch of things that are going to put you in a position to where you're not going to be able to fulfill that goal. You know what I mean? If you're doing a bunch of drugs, if you're, doing all kinds of shit, messing up your voice or whatever, you're not going to get to where you need to be. And what often happens, or let's say you have a family, right? Let's say you have a family. It has nothing drug related or anything. You just have a family. And most people, what happens is if they have a family or something else comes up, that level of influence is so great that it makes you just sort of forget, and you get sidetracked, you get derailed. You often lose sight of the dream and you stop trying. And I think that what he said is important, because we need to be aware in the moments when things are trying to come up and take us off our path, because in those moments we need to make the decision, and the conscious decision, on whether or not we want to move forward. And the reason why I say conscious is because when it is conscious, there's not going to be any sort of level of regret. You will be able to, in real time, forgive yourself and know that in hindsight it was for the better of who you wanted to become. But I think a lot of us get caught up and entangled in that level of awareness, and so we just totally get derailed, and then all of a sudden we're blaming everybody for where we are. So we need to take accountability, a level of accountability, and we need to, whether it be doing active meditation, or whether it be just taking a second to reflect, but we need to do some sort of practice, or you need to do some sort of practice where you can become aware in those situations, because it's going to help out a lot. It can make or break certain situations. But I just wanted to get on here and give you guys that. Good vibes as always. Don't forget to catch live every single morning in my Facebook group, and then every afternoon on my regular Facebook profile as such, and in my Instagram. So you guys can catch me live at any moment. If you guys actually want to be on the podcast, I am starting to do daily episodes every single weekday. So you guys will catch a new episode every single day. And if you guys actually want to be on the podcast, just request to go live with me, or just start commenting below, and make sure to give you a shout out and stuff like that. So good vibes, guys. And don't forget, my book is on sale, Jericho's Journey. I'm trying to push that a little bit more, because I suck at telling people that it even exists. But if you guys have not already gotten a copy of my book, it is called Jericho's Journey, a journey of self-discovery through progression. Essentially what it is it is a book on creating your own system of self-awareness for yourself, for what you what you believe is true for you. Sort of helps you uncover certain things about yourself that like lets you identify and be specific, as opposed to kind of being like frantically sort of thinking that you want this and then thinking that you want that, and it sort of like helps you internalize what's important to you. And so it's a really easy read. It's got a short story to go along with it, but essentially it's how I view life. Other than that, SMIV and SMIV2 are out on SoundCloud. I'm trying to get everything up on like Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff, but it's going to take a little bit of time. But please share the podcast if you guys are liking that as well. Go check out the YouTube, subscribe, share. Since I'm not like I'm trying to just build the awareness as of right now. And I just want to be able to go back and forth with people actively. So if you know anybody who is struggling with sort of self-awareness, or is struggling with just everyday life because they're not sure where they want to be or what they want to do or who they are truly, definitely recommend them to the group. And it's just greatly appreciated. And I appreciate everybody who has been active and who is currently active in the group. But good vibes, guys. And you guys have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. Peace.